mystical land of mountains and mythologies, exquisite landscapes, and exhilarating adventure, wellness, and yoga. The hills of Uttarakhand have a story for everyone. This land of God offers both the blessings of the divine and the much needed peace of mind. With our discussion on Stories of the Hills, a journey through Uttarakhand museums, we embark on a journey that reveals the spirit of the land, its people, and its history. In the heart of these mountains lie stories etched in ancient artifacts, rare manuscripts, and the art of local communities, all preserved within museums scattered across this region. Each museum here offers more than just a glimpse of the past. They hold timeless lessons and cultural wisdom that shapes Uttarakhand's identity today. Guiding us through this exploration, we have Ms. Anjali Bhartari as the moderator. She is a heritage manager, an author, and curator with a passion for sustainable tourism. She serves as a co-convener of Intact Uttarakhand. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Anjali Bhartari as she takes us on this unforgettable journey through the museums of Uttarakhand. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello, hello.
Lady Keshwar Desai is an author. She is also the chair of the Partition Museum, which is set up in 2017 at Amritsar and later at Delhi. She is also an alumna of LSA. That's how I know her. And we're very happy to and fortunate to have her here since she's mostly abroad. And we're very fortunate to have you here with us to talk of the Partition Museum, which is a very historical museum in itself. This is probably the first time that oral histories have been documented of such an important event of Indian the country. So I welcome her, and there's a short film which you would like to show.
This is about our journey. It's really about our journey, how we set up the first museum, and mostly about the second museum which we've set up in Delhi at the Dara Shikoh Library. This is the museum in Amritsar, the town hall. It's got 14 galleries. And like you said, thousands of oral histories. We have a lot of collections which people have given us, things which they carried across the border at the time of partition. This is what my parents also donated to the museum. We get a lot of school children from all over the country, and we've done exhibitions around the world on the partition, including in this country as well. And we've got lots of awards, more than 1 million visitors. And now we have inaugurated last year another museum on the partition of India, which is in Delhi at the Dara Shikoh Library building, which is at Kashmiri Gate. So like the museum in Amritsar, again this is made mostly through donations of oral histories and memories of people. It's the first time in the country, like you said, that it's ever been done. And both the buildings were in ruins when they had been given to us, but as you will now see, we had to transform the building even in Delhi, which was the Dara Shikoh Library building. You'll just see the pictures of it coming up.
माना कि मुश्किल है सफर पर सुन ओ मुसाफिर हो, कहीं अगर तू रुका तो मंजिल आएगी ना फिर। कदम कदम मिलाए जा, गगन गगन झुकाए जा, रख हौसला कर फैसला, तुझे वक्त बदलना है।
डरना तो बंदया, रुकना तो बंदया, राह पे चल बंदया। चल बंदिया बंदिया रे बंदिया बंदिया रे बंदिया राह पे चल बंदिया बंदिया रे बंदिया बंदिया रे बंदिया राह पे चल बंदिया
both in Amritsar and Delhi.
रुक जा रे बंदिया ये रात जरा सी है
A lot of contemporary art.
बात समझ बंदिया कुछ देर ही बाकी है रख यकीन आँखों से बादल आज हट जाएगा चांद तेरी आँखों में बंदिया चल के आएगा बंदिया बंदिया रे बंदिया बंदिया रे बंदिया राह पे चल बंदिया
तूने बहुत रख लिया है खबर हाँ अभी नहीं तो कभी नहीं सीने में जला ले आग ना आग बंद कर भी बंदिया अब उठ जरा तू जा
That will give you an idea of how we made these museums. I just want to quickly tell you that when we started work or thinking about this museum, the partition of India, this was around, I would say maybe about 10 or 15 years ago, maybe even longer, maybe about 20 years ago. But at that time, I was told that this could never happen in India. So we could never set up, like people have the Holocaust museums. There is even a museum on the Hiroshima disaster that took place. There is a 9/11 museum. But we were told that this could never happen. And therefore, I was dissuaded. पर जब मैंने दोबारा ये कोशिश शुरू की करीब 10 साल पहले in 2015, this time I was pleasantly surprised कि बहुत सारे लोग इस मुहिम के साथ जुड़ना चाहते थे. They all wanted to become part of it, and I was totally shocked because we had no money. I just had a dream. I had no money. I had no building. I had nowhere to, not even a collection. Most museums start with a collection. We didn't even have a collection, but just a desire. This was 2015, and we wanted to set up the museum in time for India's 70th anniversary of the partition. So 2017 was a deadline that I had given ourselves without anything in the kitty. पर जब हमने शुरू किया, the first meeting that we had was, I still remember, we held it at the India International Center in Delhi. Some of you might know it. And at that time, it was their biggest hall, which seats around 350 people. And I said, I'm going to have a gathering there and tell people कि हम एक museum खड़ा करना चाहते हैं partition के ऊपर. तो सबने मुझे बोला, ये तुम क्या कर रहे हो? कोई 10 लोग आएंगे और वो भी 90 साल के होंगे सबके सब. And you will not get anybody to be interested in your venture. So why don't you just hire a small hall और वहाँ पे कोई 10 कुर्सियाँ लगा देंगे तुम्हारे लिए. But I insisted. You won't believe, just on that first meeting, more than 1,500 people came. They couldn't even get into the hall. और जितने भी लोग आए, उनमें से 80%, that's 80%, were younger than 25. They were all young people, like many of them, like in this age group, who just wanted to know what happened to their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents. And they said, why have we never been taught the history of the partition properly in school? So the meeting, which was supposed to just last 1 hour, and I was told कि उसके बाद आप लोगों को जाना पड़ेगा, it went on for 3 to 4 hours. And in fact, India International Center के organizers had to come and tell us, आप please यहाँ से चले जाओ क्योंकि हमें बंद करना है ये, और आप लोग बातें ही करे जा रहे हो. But इतनी interesting लगी लोगों को ये बात कि हम एक म्यूजियम खड़ा करना चाहते हैं. So we did a presentation that day कि म्यूजियम में क्या होगा. See, this is not a museum about hate. This is actually a museum about love and a museum about peace. And we talk about how our grandparents, I'm the child of refugees as well. Both my mother and father used to live in Lahore, and they had to leave overnight. My mother's family lost everything. और इस तरह की कहानियाँ हमें बार-बार सुनने को आती थी कि कितने लोग ऐसे भाग के गए, यहाँ से वहाँ, वहाँ से यहाँ. Over 20 million. The partition of India is the largest ever migration in the world, in the history of the world. और हम ऐसे लोग हैं कि हम इसको भूल गए. मतलब किस तरह का हम इतिहास पढ़ाते हैं अपने स्कूल्स और कॉलेजेस में कि हमारे साथ इतना बड़ा हादसा हुआ, और अभी भी आई कैन गारंटी यू, आई डोंट इवन नो, यहाँ पे जो स्कूल के बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं, आपने पार्टीशन का नाम सुना है? पार्टीशन ऑफ इंडिया का नाम मैं आपसे पूछ रही हूँ, जो आप पीछे बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं. हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट द पार्टीशन ऑफ इंडिया? यस. हैव यू स्टडीड इट? How much have you studied about it? Do you have one chapter in your history book in it? Just one? Do you know that even when we started researching for setting up this partition museum, we were all sitting in various libraries all over the world because the material is scattered now all over. The photographs are someplace, the material is lying somewhere else. India ke archives mein bhi kahin pe idhar udhar padi. But most difficult are the oral histories because जब हमने शुरुआत की थी तो at least कुछ लोग जिंदा थे उस time, including my own father who passed away just last year and many of his colleagues. So we have thousands of oral histories now. We were lucky that we could get these eyewitness accounts. Most of the people in the audience, of course, would know about the Holocaust museums. Those museums are done with such care and respect. So when we started our journey, we thought that we have to have the similar care and respect. We talk about the freedom fighters, but जो लोग border से इस side आए थे और उनका सब कुछ लूट गया था. You know, again, I'll just request many of you, all of you in the audience, any one of you has a member of the family who is a partition, who was a partition survivor, or who have friends who are partition survivors, friends of the family. So that's about 10 or 15. Basically, what has happened is, when we go to the 9/11 museum, we will go to the apartheid museum, we will go to all these places where countries remember their difficult past. पर हम उसको भुलाने की कोशिश करते हैं. पर ये सही बात नहीं है, because अगर जो आप भूल जाते हो ना, you are condemned to repeat it over and over again. So this is a museum which is dedicated to hope. जो हमारी last gallery है, that is called the Gallery of Hope and Courage, where when you go in, you will meet people who will be talking to you from the monitors, and some of them are no more with us. But when you listen to their stories, it is eye-opening, because people will understand that जब आपका सब कुछ लूट जाता है, फिर भी आप भीख नहीं मांगते हो. This is what was the biggest takeaway for us when we started working on the partition. So many people came from the other side of the border as refugees. They had lost everything. They had lost family members. They were destitute in every way that you can think about it. फिर भी उन्होंने काम शुरू किया, and most of them became nation builders. I think this is what you will all appreciate. Many of them became अपनी अपनी तरीके से उन्होंने उस देश को दोबारा शुरुआत करने की हिम्मत दी. Because when so many people come in a destitute fashion, it really hits hard. Those of you who visited Delhi will not know कि जहाँ पे आप शॉपिंग करने जाते हैं, खान मार्केट या फिर लाजपत नगर या फिर करोल बाग, these were all refugee camps. When people came from across the border with nothing, उन्होंने यहाँ अपने टेंट लगाए, यहीं से उन्होंने शुरुआत की. I have friends who are earning in millions today, but when their grandparents came, they sat on that footpath which we call Janpat, और वहाँ पे बैठ के उन्होंने एक छोटे-छोटे वो लगाए क्योंकि उनका सब कुछ लुट गया था. So the museum, the way to come back to the museum, the way both the museums have been made in Amritsar and in Delhi, I was fortunate that when I was trying to get a building, तो ये टाउन हॉल जिसकी हमने आपको तस्वीर दिखाई, उस टाइम वो बिल्कुल टूटा हुआ था, मतलब पेड़ उग रहे थे उसके बीच में से. It's a beautiful heritage building, but it was totally broken down. But Sardar Prakash Singh Badal was a chief minister at that time, and I went to him and said, Sardar Sahab, मैंने a museum बनानी हैगी, की करा? So he said, I will give you a building, but मैं थानू सिर्फ building देंगा. I have no money, you have to raise the money, you have to do everything yourself. So this was a real challenge, and that's what we're talking about today, community museums. How do you set up these museums? The first thing is don't be scared, which I decided I was not going to be. It was a huge task to take on, to say that I'm going to set up a museum within a year of announcing it. As I said, with no money, no collections, and absolutely nowhere to set it up. But we were blessed maybe with the idea that we had a dream and we had to make it possible. तो हमने टाउन हॉल रिक्वेस्ट किया कि आप हमें दे दो, तो रेस्टोरेशन उन्होंने कराई पंजाब गवर्नमेंट में, पर बाकी सारा कुछ आज आप जाएंगे, कुछ लोग गए हुए हैं, they have visited the museum. I was very happy to see, I met about 3-4 people who've been there. उसमें मैं ऑथर हूँ, तो उसमें हमने वो बिल्कुल जैसे आप किताब पढ़ते हो ना, उसी तरीके से हमने वो म्यूज़ियम को क्रिएट किया है. So there is an introductory chapter, and after that you go from one gallery to the other. You will understand partition क्यों हुआ था, क्या उसका fallout हुआ. But it is mainly a people's museum. और ये बहुत ज़रूरी और अहम बात है हम सबको समझने के लिए कि अगर आप कोई कम्युनिटी में काम करते हो तो आपको कम्युनिटी की इन्वॉल्वमेंट चाहिए. तो हमने यही किया. जो डोनेशंस हमारे पास आए वो भी अलग अलग लोगों ने हमें दिए, हमने भी डाला और लोगों ने भी डाला. और जो कलेक्शंस भी आए लोगों ने हमें दिए और कुछ हमने भी एक्वायर किया, जैसे कि ब्रिटिश म्यूज़ियम, ब्रिटिश लाइब्रेरी, नॉट ब्रिटिश म्यूज़ियम, ब्रिटिश लाइब्रेरी से हमें बहुत सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स मिले, नेशनल आर्काइव्स इधर की और उधर की, पंजाब आर्काइव्स, और जहाँ जहाँ बंगाल से, पंजाब से, जहाँ भी पार्टीशन का असर हुआ था वहाँ से हमने चीज़ें इकट्ठी की. वी हैड टू वर्क वेरी हार्ड, बाय द वे. दिस इज़ नॉट एन ईजी टास्क. दिस इज वी वर्क डे एंड नाइट. And at the end, when we inaugurated it on exactly the day that we wanted to do it, 17th of August, 2017, I can guarantee you the next day we all collapsed. We thought, बस हमारा काम हो गया. पर और उसमें एक अच्छी बात ये हुई कि जब लोग उधर जाने लगे तो किसी ने फिर ये बोला कि दिल्ली के बारे में क्यों नहीं आप एक अलग म्यूज़ियम बनाते हो. With of course the history will be the same, but let it focus on Delhi. And that is how the Dara Shikoh Library building was again. And the person who gave it from the government said the same thing. Building आपको दे देंगे, वो भी टूटी फूटी बिल्डिंग थी, restoration कर देंगे, पर सारा कुछ आपको ही इकट्ठा करना पड़ेगा. And my family thought I had really gone crazy. They said कि पहले ही तुम 6-7 साल से सो नहीं रहे हो, donations इकट्ठे कर रहे हो, ये कर रहे हो, वो कर रहे हो, और now you're starting the whole journey again. But we said it had to be done because there are so many stories that we still have not been able to accommodate in the building in Amritsar. So we need to do it. And the good news, sorry, I'll just take one more minute and then we'll move to the next question. Very long answer. But जो हमारी अब नई म्यूजियम बनी है दिल्ली में, I always used to get tears in my eyes whenever I heard the national anthem like we heard this morning. Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha. पर Sindh कहाँ है? We don't have Sindh. I'm not a Sindhi. But this question used to really worry me. तो जब कि पूरा का पूरा तो पाकिस्तान में है, यहाँ पे तो कुछ है ही नहीं. थोड़ा सा हमारे पास पंजाब मिला, थोड़ा बंगाल मिला, whatever other areas were demarcated. You know, you can go back to your history books and look at, actually you don't even have the maps which were drawn out by Sir Cyril Radcliffe. And you might know कि आपको पता था कितने हफ्तों में इंडिया की पार्टीशन हुई? Anybody wants to give the answer? किसी को स्टूडेंट्स में से पता है? How many weeks or months or years did it take for India to be partitioned in 1947? आप कह रहे हो ना आपने स्कूल में पढ़ा है तो मुझे बताओ कितना टाइम लगा था? बोलो. Anybody else in the audience wants to take a call? 5 weeks. 5 हफ्ते में Sir Cyril Radcliffe came to India. The partition itself, the line that was drawn, the Sir Cyril Radcliffe line, which was drawn, took only 5 weeks. And this gentleman had never been to India before. आप लोग इंडिया के एक एंड से दूसरे एंड जाते हो, बोलते हो आई फील लाइक आई एम इन अ फॉरेन कंट्री बिकॉज बिल्कुल नक्शा बदल जाता है. अब मैं उत्तराखंड आई हूँ दिल्ली से, ये बिल्कुल अलग टेरिटरी है और लोग भी भाषा भी शायद अलग अलग बोलते होंगे और ये सब. पर वो आया, वो कभी इंडिया आया ही नहीं था इससे पहले. उसको बुलाया गया इसी के लिए कि he will be totally unbiased. He will be able to divide the country because he has no biases. कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव तरीके से करेगा. तो उसने कैसे किया? पहले तो उसकी तबीयत ही खराब हो गई तो वो ज़्यादा बाहर निकल ही नहीं सकता था, गर्मी इतनी है, कभी पेट खराब हो गया, कभी ये हो गया, whatever. So basically he used to take these delegations in who would give him representations. On the basis of that, he divided the country. He drew a line. And often that line was drawn in such a way it could go through people's homes, houses, ye wo, kuch parwah nahi, par India had to be divided at a particular time. It had to be divided by the 15th of August 1947 because that was a date that Lord Mountbatten wanted India divided by. तो लोगों के साथ क्या हुआ? तो हमारी जो म्यूजियम्स हैं दोनों उधर और इधर in Amritsar and in Delhi are all about what happened to the people. So, yes, उसने ये भी किया, not only his papers, I mean, he just refused to talk to anyone. तो कि उसने कैसे partition की. पर सिंध की मैं बात कर रही थी. तो अभी हमने ये we had taken this decision कि कभी भी हमारे पास जगह होगी या पैसे होंगे या कोई partner होगा जो हमारे साथ ये काम कर सकता है, we will set up a gallery which is entirely dedicated to Sindh because कहीं भी इस पूरे दुनिया में अगर आप पाकिस्तानी नहीं हो आप सिंध नहीं जा सकते. तो अब हमने ये गैलरी खोली है in Delhi. You must visit. It tells you the history of Sindh. All of you who are again students should know this. पर Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, what was it all part of? सिंध. तो वो सारा एरिया सिंध का एरिया था और आप लोगों को ये पता ही नहीं क्योंकि हम तो पढ़ते हैं हाँ और हमारी सारी सिविलाइजेशन वहाँ से आई है ना, क्योंकि हम कहते हैं कि दोज आर द ओरिजिनल सेटलर्स ये वो. तो इतना भी हमें नॉलेज नहीं है और इसी तरीके के साथ हमें इतिहास सिखाया जाता है. Especially important. I'm not saying that this school is not good. I'm sure the school is excellent and you have a lot to learn. But I'm just saying that you need to know more about our own history, especially recent history. This is not very long ago. This is just 1947, you know. So we must remember that. तो ये इस तरीके से हमने ये म्यूजियम बनाई है and it is done with love and passion. I work pro bono on it. It is totally philanthropy. I'm a writer, तो मैं ये भी मैं कहना चाहती हूँ, because students must know this, that it is possible to do this kind of work in a non-commercial way. और मैं पैसे भी इकट्ठी करती हूँ म्यूज़ियम के लिए, खुद भी उसमें जब कोई बात होती है तो मैं भी पैसे डाल देती हूँ, जब कोई मुश्किल होती है, कोई चीज़ हमें चाहिए होती है, या अपने दोस्तों से लेते हैं, whatever. There is nothing wrong in this. Community museums are meant to be built like this. They're meant to be made. So I want to make a distinction between an archive and a museum. So archive जो है वो different है. वो आपके पास बहुत सारा information है which you can access at any time. Museums are public spaces where people can walk through and get an understanding of whatever it is. जैसे आपने यहाँ पे उत्तराखंड के ऊपर कुछ चीज़ें display की हैं. Now, some of these things can belong in an archive. Some of these can be part of a museum. That is, of course, the choice of the person who's exhibiting. But to create a public museum in this way is a lot of hard work, I can tell you. But it's really worth it, because we have now thousands of people connected with both the museums in Delhi and in Amritsar. And it's not just people who have given us money, but it's also the people who've given us their oral histories, who have given us their mementos, and also who do us the good service of telling other people about it. So I really would encourage you to take on these difficult tasks, because हमारा जो इतिहास हम संभालेंगे नहीं ना, तो कोई और आके लिख देगा. और पहले भी हमारे साथ यही होता था. जो भी colonial rulers लिखते थे और अभी भी लिखते रहते हैं, जो भी आते हैं. I'm not saying the foreigners don't have a great academic record, but I'm just saying that if we don't संभालो, अपनी चीज़ें हम संभाल के नहीं रखेंगे ना, तो किसी की भी जो बात हमें पता है वो बाहर वालों को पता नहीं. जैसे आपकी घर की बात सिर्फ आपको ही मालूम है, कोई और आके आपकी स्टोरी लिखेगा, आपके घर के बारे में लिखेगा, शायद वो कोई और ही इतिहास लिखेगा. So you have to be very careful in preserving, and I think you can do this simultaneously. Schools can do it, and colleges can do it, because you need a lot of energy. Anyway, sorry, I just launched into a long session about how we set up the museum. I wanted to quickly get the information across.
It's been a journey. It took you 1 year to set up that museum. For you, it was 1 year, but for most people who associate it, they have a lot of memories, and for them, it would be a lifetime, exploration, or a lifetime treasure which they have, which they probably gave it to your museum. So how was the emotional journey and dealing with people who were so connected with partition, and how did they associate, and parting with their stuff and even sharing their stories? How difficult was it to, how did you manage the emotional angle of setting up this? Because this is a topic which I'm sure even people who are here who have experienced partition or know about their partition, we are still very touchy about it, and everybody has memories connected to it. So how difficult was it to handle that?
That's a very good question. Actually, ये एक बहुत बड़ा हादसा था for a lot of people. As I said, for example, people whose families were wiped out. आप हमारे म्यूजियम में आएंगे and you will read about what happened to the women. बहुत सारी औरतों के साथ, it's actually the count is maybe 2 million women just went missing. That is a lot, to just go missing, or they were abducted, or they were raped during partition. So मैं आपको एक छोटी सी बात बताऊंगी. जब हमने अपनी पहली exhibition की थी in Delhi, so there was this youngish woman. She was kind of middle-aged. हमारे पास museum नहीं था. हमने सिर्फ refugee camps के ऊपर हमने किया था, because जब हम refugee camps की information इकट्ठा करने लगे, तो हमें पता चला, this is in 2015, कि इस area में कभी research ही नहीं हुई थी कि इंडिया में कहाँ रेफ्यूजी कैंप्स लगे थे. तो हमें आर्काइव्स में बैठ के खुद ढूंढना पड़ा था कि ये करोल बाग में कहाँ पे था, किंग्सवे कैंप में कहाँ, कलकत्ता में कहाँ था, अमृतसर में कहाँ था. तो ये सारी चीज़ें हमें खुद इकट्ठी. तो हमने एक एग्जिबिशन की दिल्ली में ऑन द रेफ्यूजी कैंप्स. तो एक लड़की, well I won't say लड़की, वो she must have been about 30-40 years old at that time, and वो मेरे पास मेरे साथ ही रहती थी वो, मतलब मैं उसको जानती नहीं थी, मैं एग्जीबिशन में काम कर रही हूँ, लोगों से बातें कर रहे हैं ये वो, बस वो मेरे साथ चिपकी हुई थी सारे टाइम। तो मैं उसकी तरफ देखती रहती कि क्या है, जासूस है क्या है, व्हाट इज शी ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट, बिकॉज शी वुड नॉट लीव मी अलोन फॉर अ सिंगल मिनट, यू नो। एंड आई फाइनली गॉट फेड अप, जब मैं मीटिंग्स कर रही हूँ लोगों से, आई वॉन्ट टू मीट प्राइवेटली, देयर शी इज़ बाय माई साइड, एंड आई सेड हु आर यू, व्हाई आर यू स्टिकिंग, बिकॉज 5वें दिन मैं भी थोड़ा घबरा गई, ये है कौन। तो शी सेड that her parents were victims of the partition. She is the daughter of a partition survivor, but her mother had been raped. So she had only heard about it, and she said, my mother was silent throughout her life. मतलब वो बात ही नहीं, I still get goosebumps when I think about it. She said उसने कभी बात ही नहीं की, she was mute. मतलब वो बोलना ही उसने बंद कर दिया, बोलना ही बंद कर दिया। शी लेड अ नॉर्मल फैमिली लाइफ, जैसे उसकी ज़िंदगी चल रही है, सब चल रही है, बच्चे हो रहे हैं ये वो, पर बात ही नहीं करती थी। एंड शी सेड आई एम हियर बिकॉज आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड उनके साथ हुआ क्या। So she, then of course she became part of the group and we used to include her in everything, but it was difficult. And you know, it is not a story that you can easily tell a stranger. You know, कि मेरे mother के साथ ये हुआ. But when we were recording stories, so I would often have tears in my eyes when I was listening to this. और जब, you know, whenever we met people and they would start saying, you know, I had an aunt who disappeared, मतलब उसके बारे में क्या हुआ, वो रेलवे स्टेशन तक आई थी हमें मिलने के लिए, पर उसके बाद हमें पता ही नहीं कहाँ चली गई। A lot of women actually were even forced to, and we have examples in the museum also. We have letters we have one very moving letter from a man. ये जैसे हम बात कर रहे थे, जैसे फिल्मों में बातें, but this was not फिल्मों की बातें, this was real life. He had rescued this lady from a bunch of people who were trying to rape her, और उसके साथ उसने शादी भी की, पर फिर क्योंकि बंटवारा हो चुका था, and the government in its, we have this whole history in the museum also, they came to a conclusion, the governments of India and Pakistan, उन्होंने कभी औरतों के बारे में नहीं सोचा कि कहाँ रहना चाहती हैं, उन्होंने decide कर लिया कि जो औरतों को abduct किया गया है, they have to be returned, based on the religion. अगर वो हिंदू है तो वो इंडिया आएगी, अगर वो मुस्लिम है तो उधर जाएगी जो abducted हैं। बहुत सारी औरतें वापस नहीं जाना चाहती थी बिकॉज दे फेल्ट के हम अब इधर ही रहेंगे, इधर ही हम खुश रहेंगे, हु नोज, बट दैट वाज देयर डिसीजन, राइट। सो दिस लेटर इज देयर इन आवर म्यूजियम इन अमृतसर, रिटन बाय दिस मैन टू द अथॉरिटीज दैट आई वांट हर बैक। वो अब पाकिस्तान चली गई, मेरे को मिलेगी भी नहीं, बट आई मैरिड हर एंड शी इज़ माई वाइफ, फिर भी आप मुझे वापस नहीं आने दे रहे। तो इतने सारी families got divided. We have the story of a Muslim family where they were twins. One has grown up in Pakistan and one has grown up in India. These are real life stories, you know. So it's so shocking to me that we know so little about what this Batwara did to us on both sides of the border, whether in India or in Pakistan. And one more incident I'll tell you of a gentleman I recorded in England. He was Sardar, a Sikh who'd grown up in Punjab. और उस टाइम बहुत छोटा था जब partition हुई थी. तो उसने हमें बुलाया. He said, I have a story to tell you. But he said, मैंने इतने साल, this was before the museum was opened, so it was like 69 years. He said, मैंने इतने साल कभी भी बात नहीं की. You are the first people I'm talking. My children don't know what I saw. कोई भी, किसी को भी नहीं मालूम मेरे साथ क्या हुआ था. He was in a small village in Punjab. And whilst he was talking to us, he cried so much. Itna roye. He said, at last, someone has come to ask me what I went through. My entire village was massacred. मतलब मैं छोटा सा बच्चा था और मुझे ये सिर्फ लाशें दिखी सब जगह पे। किसी ने मुझसे अभी तक नहीं पूछा व्हाट डिड यू गो थ्रू, मेरे खुद बच्चों ने नहीं पूछा। और अब हम इधर आ गए हैं, हम इधर रहते हैं, इंग्लैंड में रहते हैं, नोबडी नोज, आई डोंट वांट टू टेल एनीबडी अबाउट इट। इट वाज फॉर हिम अ कैथारसिस। बिल्कुल लगा उसको जैसे कि पहली बार कोई मेरे से मेरे दर्द के बारे में पूछा, जो कहते हैं मैं इतने साल इस दर्द के साथ रहा हूँ और किसी को कुछ पता ही नहीं। सो दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स व्हेन यू से इट इज़ इमोशनल, it is more than emotional. It was something which people had almost, especially the elder generation, had been waiting for. And so were the children who knew some of the stories. और वो खुद हमारे पास आते थे। Actually, to be honest, हमने कभी किसी से कुछ मांगा नहीं, चीज़ें especially। हम जब oral history करने जाते थे, रिकॉर्ड दैट टाइम आई वुड से कि अगर आपके पास कुछ चीज़ है जो आप डिस्प्ले करना चाहते हो म्यूज़ियम में, हमें दे दो, हम डिस्प्ले कर देंगे, डोनेट कर दो या कुछ सालों के लिए दे दो, दैट इज़ अल्टीमेटली अप टू यू। बट पीपल स्टार्टेड कमिंग, और आज तक लोग आ रहे हैं। अभी रिसेंटली दिस यंग गर्ल हु वाज गिवन अ नाइफ बाय हर ग्रैंडफादर, वेल शी वाज अ यंग गर्ल देन, टू प्रोटेक्ट हरसेल्फ, बिकॉज दे प्रोटेक्ट हरसेल्फ हाउ? Not that she was going to kill someone else, but she was supposed to kill herself if somebody approached her. So wo churi, it has been donated to the museum along with the narrative. So इस तरह की चीज़ें जब लोग हमें देते हैं, इतनी हर एक चीज़ में के पीछे, इट इज़ नॉट लाइक अ म्यूज़ियम जो आप जाते हो जहाँ पे देयर इज़ अ स्कल्पचर, देयर इज़ अ स्टैचू और समथिंग, एंड आपको थोड़ा बहुत उसके बारे में पता है। लाइक आज तक हम डांसिंग गर्ल के बारे में जो हड़प्पा की है, वी कीप ऑन, ये डांसिंग गर्ल थी कि नहीं, अभी तक हम सोच रहे हैं। यहाँ पे जो स्टोरीज़ हमें मिलती हैं, एक एक के साथ एक ऑब्जेक्ट जुड़ा हुआ है या वाइसा वर्सा, के ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ एक स्टोरी है। तो we feel this is a museum of history. It is real life history. It is history as has been experienced by the people. ये अकबर या अशोका के टाइम की स्टोरी नहीं है जो सिर्फ आप राजाओं के मुंह से सुनते हो। मैं अभी तक सोचती हूँ कि वो लोग क्या सोचते होंगे उस ज़माने में, उनके बारे में हमें कुछ पता नहीं। तो ये पीपल्स म्यूज़ियम है। यहाँ पे जो नेता सोच रहे थे वो एक गैलरी में है सिर्फ, बाकी जो 13 galleries in Amritsar as well as the 8 galleries in Delhi are all dedicated to the people of India, because उनकी कहानी हमें सुननी बहुत ज़रूरी है।
I'd like to know how accessible is your, I won't say collection, but whatever material you have in your space, how open is it for people to access, for researchers to research, and how is it that you connect once the museum is established? How do you establish that connection further? Because I'm sure there's a lot more which still needs to be done.
देखिए, पहली बात तो ये है बिकॉज वी आर स्टिल अ वेरी पुअर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, मतलब गरीब। अभी तक हम पैसे इकट्ठा करते हैं और उसी से म्यूज़ियम भी हमें चलाना है, कलेक्शंस की भी देखभाल करनी, सैलरीज भी पे करनी है, बिजली के बिल भी देने हैं, टॉयलेट्स भी साफ़ कराने हैं, तो हमारे पास लिमिटेड फंड्स हैं। जब शुरू किया था, येस, आई वॉज वेरी एम्बिशियस and I said we must have the world's largest archive on the partition of India, and I had dreams of this huge thing which we were going to create, digitize or otherwise, but it is difficult. So, or also the subject is very sensitive. So we are very, very careful when you talk about opening the archives. Very often we cannot give the permissions because we ourselves are not clear. What is this material going to be used for, you know? And because we have been very sensitive and sensitized. जब लोग भी हमें oral histories अपने देते हैं तो उन्होंने म्यूज़ियम के यूज़ के लिए दिया है, औरों के यूज़ के लिए नहीं दिया है। तो we have to be very, very correct in the way in which we project any material. So yes, there are going to be, I know, collaborations coming up with people, but we have to be only with those people who are very sensitive. Abhi, for instance, there is a collaboration coming up with the mental trauma. आप समझ सकते हो जितने भी लोग mental health में काम करते हैं कि That time there were no psychiatrists, no psychologists. जो लोगों ने witness किया वो बस अपने आप ही उन्होंने अंदर अंदर रख लिया. Even my parents never talked about it for years. क्या उन्होंने देखा, क्या उनके साथ हुआ. Now there is a university, a foreign university, that wants to collaborate with us on the mental health of the partition survivors and what they might have gone through. अब देखिए मैं उनको समझाने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ. पहले तो more than 75 years have passed. Many of those people are now no more. We have to take a judgment call what their mental health will be. So, you know, these things have to be done very, very carefully. You cannot just open your archives and say, "Acha, aap research kar lo." I don't want any wrong information going out about anybody. So yes, we are still in the process of working out a way in which we can be more open with our archives, but I think it's going to be a while yet. Yeah.
Right? What about the sustainability of the museum for future growth and development?
Very tough. अभी तो हम डोनेशंस ही से चला रहे हैं, पर हमारा 10 रुपए हम चार्ज करते हैं इन अमृतसर फॉर द एंट्री फ़ी. और अभी दिल्ली में हमने एक 50 रुपए की डोनेशन मांग रहे लोगों से जब आते हैं अंदर कि कुछ भी करो हमारे को थोड़ा सपोर्ट कर दो. एक कैफेटेरिया खोल रहे हैं एक. सो दीज आर द ओनली वेज. म्यूजियम्स हैव अ वेरी टफ टाइम ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. दे मोस्टली हैव सपोर्टर्स. और अभी तक हमें गवर्नमेंट की सपोर्ट हमने एक्चुअली मांगी भी नहीं थी, बिकॉज इतना जल्दी जल्दी हमें करना था एंड वी वर वरीड इट माइट टेक अ लॉन्ग टाइम, because even getting the building took us a very long time. So we thought कि अब ज़रूर मांगने की कोशिश करेंगे. So sustainability, yes, is a big issue. I don't know how we've survived for 8 years in Amritsar and now for almost 2 years in Delhi, but we are surviving, you know. But it's all fingers crossed and some good people who come forward to support us.
Or the little exhibition we put up of 10 private museums here. Any learnings for them, any lessons, any thoughts?
No, I'm sure they all have their own way of dealing with it, but one thing is there that, you know, which we also need to be a little more aware of, that you cannot have collections that people do not see. Uska kuch maine nahi hai. So if that collection should be something that appeals to people. So you should make it a priority कि इसकी story, like I saw a lot of things there. But मैं जानना, coming from the space where I'm a storyteller and I want to talk about that, I do want that each of these objects there should tell a story. Then people get interested.
Ma'am, we are running out of time, please. Closing remarks, please.
Some questions from the audience?
We will be able to, just one question. Yeah, Jyoti Dhawan, ma'am. Hall coordinator, where is the mic, please? Hall coordinator, mic for Jyoti Dhawan, ma'am, please, sir.
Ma'am, thank you very much for recounting a very moving story of creation of the museum. The harrowing, partition story was very, very harrowing. Now, you said you have certain sections, hope and courage, this and that, this and that. Do you also have a section on love and loss? Because there are so many people, I think, who got separated and they might have left. You talked about one letter a husband sent for the wife, tracing the wife. But there must have been lovers also who must have been separated. That is one thing. Other thing is, we also run a community museum. I think Anjali has already seen it. And it must be the only community museum in Uttarakhand. Because all other museums, they are started by the individuals. Our museum is started by the community, our community. I don't know, it will be presumptuous on my part to ask you, but you and Anjali should visit that museum. Yeah, I'm serious about it. And really, how a small community of about 15 to 20,000, people, they have started the museum.
I think congratulations, sir, because very few people are thinking like you are thinking. And if we, and many more people thought like you did, maybe it would have been easier for us to even set up the Partition Museum because logon ki jo memories thi, they would have been preserved. Very quickly regarding your other question, the first question, our entire, actually uska pehla naam yahi tha, the Museum of Love, Loss and Longing, because that was what we found. मतलब हर एक गैलरी में आप जाओगे यही तो कहानियां हैं कि हमारा बिछड़ गया हमारा. So these are the things. So whilst we have galleries that display a particular part of what happened to the people during migration, the stories are all about love and loss. और ये बहुत ज़रूरी बात है so that people understand that this must never happen again. Look at the enormous loss of life, of livelihood, and for just the country. I mean, everything was in disarray. So I totally agree with you. For the people, it was a huge loss. Sorry, ma'am, I'll just quickly.
You that you started something and you've, concretized something which is so very painful. I am a second-hand, you might say. My grandparents are no more, my parents are no more, but I know second-hand, of course, what they went through. Two of my mother's sisters, they did not, thankfully for big families those days, two of them died there. My father's sister was raped and killed in Srinagar when they moved from Bannu, and my mother, probably affluent, and they could fly from Dera Ismail Khan to Unnao. And they kind of survived, 3-4 of the siblings. But don't you think the time has run out? There might still be people alive who've experienced it firsthand. May I urge you to find them? I mean, advertise, spend something, crowdfund, do something before, you lose the last threads of this very, very precious. It is so raw. I'm speaking and I'm telling you it's painful because I know my mother never, ever spoke a word. She just clammed. My grandmother regaled me about what happened to the women there. Okay? So that generation kind of, and they got so involved in the mundane, engaging in the mundanity of life, of surviving being a refugee in a strange land, that these kind of wounds, they just kind of covered up with life. So I think time is running out, and I think this museum needs to be getting a little more volume because it is just stories. You can't have, there were no photographs, nothing else, and it's just stories like what I just gave you a little.
So I just want to clarify that we are constantly recording oral histories. We have not stopped. And that is something that continues. We have lots and lots of photographs in the, so please do visit the museum because you may have seen some glimpses. It's very visual. It has a lot of documentaries. We were able to get documentaries because Indians did not have cameras. They were running for their lives. Most of the documentaries were done by British soldiers and news reporters who were collecting data on the ground. So fortunately, those archives still exist. So ours is very much an ongoing thing. Only thing is, anybody who wants to support us, please do give some funding because everything you give goes into making the museum much more, as you said, grow in volume and also representative, much more, though it is already we have thousands of oral histories already, so, but we need more because there are millions. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Sir, we are running out of time. I'm extremely sorry. We cannot entertain any more questions. Thank you very much to the panelists. I would like to request Mr. Napil Chialji, former Chief Secretary Uttarakhand, to kindly come on the stage and felicitate our panelists on behalf of Valley of Words family. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly bear with us for two more minutes. Please have your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Girls, please, 2 more minutes. Have your seats until we close this session. Thank you. Anjali Bhartari ji and Lady Kishwar Desai ji, thank you very much. Please come, sir, for a group photo. And We will be moving towards our next session very soon.